テレ東
Now, Ms. Trump, advisor to the President of the United States, will make remarks. Please, advisor.
Thank you, Prime Minister Abe, for hosting the G20 summit in the vibrant city of Osaka. And thank you for your steadfast commitment to women's economic empowerment. One of my first international trips as part of the administration was at your invitation to Tokyo to talk about events and issues that we're talking about here this morning. So I'm grateful for your steadfast focus and your leadership on this critical issue. Queen Maxima, congratulations on your bold new initiative. Under your leadership, undoubtedly, the W20 acceleration platform will achieve great things, so thank you. It's truly an honor to address so many heads of state who have joined us here today. I applaud the leaders in this room who have pioneered important reforms to elevate one of the most undervalued resources in the world, the talent, the ambition, and the genius of women. We are united by a shared goal. We believe that women's inclusion in the economy is not solely a social justice issue, which of course it is. It's also smart economic and defense policy. As Queen Maxima noted, if women participated in labor markets equally to men, global annual GDP could rise between an estimated $12 trillion or $28 trillion by 2025. Research further has shown that states with higher female participation in the labor force are less likely to use violence or military force to resolve international conflict. This is critical. Underscoring this, more than 80% of the lowest scoring countries in the Index for Gender Discrimination have, in fact, experienced armed conflict in the last 2 decades. Despite this, in more than 100 countries, women still do not have equal rights under the law, including opportunities to work in certain professions, purchase or inherit land, own businesses, or access capital. That is why 2 years ago, at the G20 in Hamburg and at the direction of President Trump, the United States, Japan, Germany, the World Bank, and so many others on this stage launched WeFi. Since then, WeFi has mobilized $2.6 billion, investing in more than 100,000 women-owned businesses. More than half of this capital has gone to women entrepreneurs in fragile nations. Earlier this year, President Trump established WGDP. This is the first ever whole-of-government approach to women's economic empowerment in the United States. Our goal is to reach 50 million women in the developing world by 2025, and we will meet it. WGDP focuses on 3 pillars: vocational education for women, empowering women to succeed as entrepreneurs with initiatives like WeFi, and eliminating the legal and cultural barriers that prevent women from fully and freely participating in their local economies. Over the last several decades, the countries represented here today have made significant progress to recognize women's rights and economic potential. Back at home, President Trump has reduced taxes on working families, increased access to quality childcare, prioritized the first ever nationwide plan for paid family leave, and increased capital to women entrepreneurs. As a result, in the United States, the women's unemployment rate is at the lowest level in 65 years, and in the past 2.5 years, over 60% of all new jobs created in America were secured by women. But every nation, including the United States, can and should do more. We must continue to prioritize women's economic empowerment and place it at the very heart of the G20 agenda. If we propose bold solutions and challenge the limits of the past, we will empower women to lift their families out of poverty, to grow the economies in their countries, and to deliver greater peace and prosperity to millions around the world. This is a legacy worth fighting for, and a future we can be proud to leave to our children. The United States looks forward to working with all of those here today, including Saudi Arabia, which will be hosting the next G20 presidency, to advance these important and critical goals. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now we will have a photo session. Leaders on the stage, please stand up. And the representative of